Well guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got the IBEX 800 in the shop and we're removing this exhaust here because we got our LeoVince cat delete pipe. I'm probably saying that wrong, I'm sorry. We carry those at Team MSC Parts.com. Super good quality pipes, and this is actually the cat delete pipe. And we also carry Yoshimura, and we're taking that off. I don't know if you've seen the Yoshi up next to the stock exhaust. We're leaving that assembled and just getting to the cat here. It's a big box of restriction, and we're going to remove that and let it flow. Now on my personal IBEX, I have the heavy duty skid plate here, and I do believe we're going to have to remove it. And it's been so long since I've seen the regular skid plate that comes on the IBEX. I don't think it's very hard to get off. And the heavy duty skid plate isn't hard either, but we're going to just remove all the Allen heads there and drop the skid plate out of our way, because as you can see right there, we're going to need to be able to drop that cat straight out. Once we get that, we'll install our cat delete pipe. And of course, we're going to give you a good sound clip of that, let you see how it sounds, and I'll probably insert what the stock exhaust sounded like. Then we're going to do a bunch of runs and fine tune the ECU tune, the Team MSC tune for this particular setup, and then show it to you on the dyno sheet and see how much power we can get out of this thing. Right, so we got the skid plate out of the way, and that's that heavy duty skid plate. Then we remove this clamp bolt there. Like there's one more right there. Was there any more, Dave?
There was
one up top.
Yeah, one hanger up here,
right
and
there.
This one.
And you'll access both of those from the gear shifter side. There was one more bolt hiding back there, and it's over here directly behind the bolt that mounts the foot brake on, foot pedal. Once you get that out, then you just gotta wiggle it and get her set free. There she goes. Look at that chunk of metal. All right, something we want to insert into the video here is some weight savings. So we're going to weigh this part of the mid pipe here and compare it to this high flow pipe we have. All right, 6 pounds, 10 ounces. Now let's see how much weight savings you get with this high flow mid pipe. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, well there you have it. So you're going to save a few pounds, guys. That's nice. There you go. So not only are you going to get the high flow benefits and power and all, but you're also going to save some weight. So we're going from that big joker to that. Again, you can get this mid pipe down in the description of this video, as well as our Yoshimura exhaust that we'll be putting back on, and the tune that we're going to dial it in with, which you're definitely going to want the Team MSC tune with that mid pipe for sure. It's definitely going to change the dynamics of how this motorcycle reacts and how it breathes. We'll get a little hardware bag out. Shouldn't be too much to it. Just can insert it through the top or the bottom. Then you're going to fit it up and go ahead and get your head clamp bolted on there from the head pipe. And we're going to take our included Allen head bolt and washer and put that in to the exhaust bracket that was located over here next to the foot pedal, the brake pedal. And then is there a nut that goes on the back side?
Yeah.
Yes, so there'll be a nut on the back side. So that makes things fun. One thing you're going to want to do is get the exhaust gasket off of your cat, and because you're going to want to be able to reuse that. And now if it's damaged too bad, you can replace it, but it should be fine for the most part. And that's going to go on right there, fit just nice and snug. And then we can put our RS4 Yoshi back on and get to hear this baby sing. So we'll go back on with that. Should be no problem there. Let's see how she sounds. Oh my God. definitely not restricted.
You call that a neighbor hater.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, if you like sound, it's definitely got sound now. And I don't know how all the ADV riders are or what they like or prefer, but if you want something that makes some sound and people hear you coming, well, this is going to be the setup. So we're going to see how much power we can make now that it's free flowing. So we'll build the tune for this setup because it's definitely going to need a modified tune for this. It's going to really change the way it runs. So let's get to it. Well, when I say we, I mean Dave. All right. Time to run it.
One eternity later.
And we're back, guys. It's been a few days. Dave has been here doing some operating on the tune for the IBEX 800 with the whole setup and all. And we're in here to show you the final results, let you see the Team MSC tune for this particular exhaust setup, the high flow mid pipe with the Yoshimura slip-on. And then we'll show you those numbers compared to stock. And we'll do a lot of talking and show you everything, all the results, everything you need to know. So first, let's see this thing rip. She pulled hard, Dave. She pulls hard.
I wonder if your neighbors will know anymore.
Yeah, I think they'll know. I think they'll know. All right, so I guess what you got there? Pulling up.
This is all stock.
Okay.
Base run. Had 81 horsepower and 52 foot-pounds of torque on this bike. And now let's go to
our run we just had there.
Yep. So
boom. Golly.
90.8, 55.2 foot-pounds of torque. One of the big things is down low. It picked up a lot more torque down low.
Yeah.
You can see the stock. This dip is what a lot of people, this section like right here, let's call it that, is what most people are complaining about with the IBEX as far as not running very good, kind of jumpy on the bottom. Yeah. I guess I get that asked more than I do how much horsepower. They're wanting to know if we can clean up that jumpiness on the bottom, and yes, we smooth that out a ton. And this is proof of it right here on how much it picks up.
Yeah, that's massive.
And then of course we extend the rev limiter on the top side so that we can get the rest of it. We're going to want to shift over here and fall back on the torque curve. So we just give enough RPM for that. We don't want to get given more RPM than we need to make the bike perform the best that it can. Just because so many people are just letting them fall on the rev limiter and holding them and stuff, doing crazy things. So that's what we do. There's no reason to keep going more with the rev limit on this bike because we're done.
Right.
And we just want enough extra that when we shift, we fall right back on top of the horsepower.
Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, so it's always pulling hard. And then, but not only that, because you're not going to drag race this thing all the time, but like you said, the smoothness of just your daily driving and your RPMs of going through the gears, coming out off on the exit ramp, you can have fun and pull into the power, and it's not jerky, it's just smooth, nice power delivery, and just an overall better tune for your machine.
Especially if you're doing some of the off-roading like you do, Blake.
Yeah,
when you carry yours off-road, on-road, that low RPM torque where you're just trying to pull on and off, going over stuff, that's really important on this particular unit to smooth that out.
That's right.
So worked hard on that. And then whenever you're ready, we'll kind of show the difference in the slip-on versus a high-flow head pipe.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's show them that.
So the first thing that I'm going to do right quick is I'm going to go back to a fully stock base run bike.
Okay.
And then with the slip-on, Yoshimura slip-on with the DC tune, or the MSC tune, we should call it, 81 to 89, 52 to 55.
Yeah,
so
huge.
Just
that's just the Yoshimura slip-on you see here, and the Team MSC tune.
Right.
Man, that is, I mean, that's huge. That is huge.
So those are big gains and very easy to throw this slip-on muffler and to get that ECU tuned. I mean, it's the simplest, best thing that you can do to these bikes, period. Now let's go to the high-flow head pipe. So with the high-flow head pipe, we don't see crazy changes from about 6,000 RPM up. Now we do get changes. 89 to 90, 55.8 or 55.2. So really the torque even has a lower up, which will be right
max,
here. Because it just peaks, the dyno reads wherever it peaked out, not necessarily everything else. And if we carry our cursor down low, I'm going to get rid of the stock run. Selected run. So this is just the high flow head pipe with a tune versus the Yoshimura slip-on with a tune. Down on the bottom, that high flow head pipe made a lot more of a difference than I thought that it would. Even though we don't see crazy changes up top to really justify the extra money for the high flow head pipe, we do see the justification down low. Plenty of extra horsepower and torque from that 4,000
to 6,000.
And that's down in that riding.
That's where you're cruising a lot. So guys, that's a big difference. You're going to notice that, especially if you daily commute this thing, when you pull back on the throttle with the full, mid pipe, high flow mid pipe set up there. It's going to be very noticeable. Also, I mean, that is right at 2 horsepower peak difference, which is a big deal on this size bike. But like you said, also just the Yoshimura slip-on with the Team MSC tune, you're going up to 89 horsepower, which is excellent. That way, you may not want your that high flow mid pipe, and because it is louder with that. But if you want all the power, low end, and everything, it'll give it to you for sure.
This right here is a Yoshimura with a high flow head pipe with no tune. So for you guys that just throw the muffler on there and throw the high flow head pipe on there, which a lot of you do, it had 85.9, 53.4, and you can see the overlay. So the blue is just a no tune, and you did the high flow and the slip-on muffler. And then the red is nothing more than we added the tune on top of that setup. So lots to be gained from the tune. And this is showing, it's kind of hard, but this is showing wide open throttle. So this dyno graph is wide open throttle. That's not really where all the complaints is coming from on this bike. It's actually the cruise in that 4,000 or 5,000. You got that unsmooth section. Those are where the biggest gain, and that's where the tune makes the biggest gain as well. So
Absolutely.
Very impressed and very happy with this bike and the tune. It is a worthwhile tune.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to get this thing out and ride it. I'm jealous because Dave's been able to ride it and test it, so it's time for me to cruise on my bike, put some miles, and I will definitely make some videos of me cruising with this setup. So stay tuned to that on the channel. You can go down the description of this video and you can get this Yoshimura exhaust and that high flow mid pipe and the Team MSC Tune with the links down in the description of this video. And if you appreciate what we do here, guys, help us out by simply just purchasing your parts from us. We got the great prices and great customer service. We're going to take care of you. It just makes sense to buy all your stuff at one location, and you know that with this tune, it's been tested and developed with these parts, with these exhaust systems, and we've got a lot more coming your way with intakes and you know, high flow air filters, all kinds of good stuff coming up, and other exhaust systems. So if you see that when you go to teammscparts.com, if you're an IBEX 800 owner, you can actually go on there, type in IBEX 800 and see all the parts that we have for you as a owner of this particular motorcycle. And we got a lot more there for you too, so be sure to check that out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, share with a friend. God bless y'all. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.